Hey, this is Jason with Zero to Programmer. Today we are going to do HTML and we're going to go over the image inside the body. So let's go ahead and open up Notepad, and I'm going to go ahead and open up the project that we did last video where the paragraph, we did the paragraphs and we did the HT test, and we're actually just gonna show that right here. This is that file. There you go. So title test, H1 test, this is paragraph test, this is a third paragraph test. Alright, so we're gonna close that, and let's start with doing a basic image. Now, we start the image tag with the img. Yep, img. And then I kind of went over this in the last video a little bit, but there's more to the image tag than just the img. There's something that we call attributes, and one attribute here is src, which is source. And we're going to see if I can remember how to do this now. All my notes are in the dark right now. I'll tell you what. Here we go. So image source equals, and then parentheses. And then this is where you put the location of your file that you want to, your image that you want to bring to life. So right now I have it on my desktop, so it's saved in the same spot as my file right here, my default file for my web page. So it will actually look in the same spot as the web page. So we could just put in what this says, which if we go here properties, we can open up and see, and it says Zero to Programmer underscore icon 01, and it's a JPEG. So just at the end of this put .jpg, and so we're just going to do that. And right here, and we're just going to put Zero to Programmer underscore icon 01, and then .jpg in parentheses, right? In parentheses. And in order for this to work, we also have to add another attribute, which is the alt, or alternate. And so we're going to put equals there, and then what this is if there has some issue with the image not popping up for some reason, or let's say the user is handicapped and their computer does a different setting, like calls it out, it will actually do this instead. And you have to have this for the program to work, or for the image to work, let's put it like that. And this, just as it is, we'll close this tag right here. This, as it is, will pull up the icon, the JPEG, as is. We just got to save it right here, and it'll pull it up whatever dimensions it was saved in. And I'll close this too. So if we pull this up right here, it should show pretty decent size. Yeah, so it's pretty much covering almost the whole page. So let's close this and let's change the size a little bit. So let's go back in here. That's it. Take the end tag off, and then we'll put in another attribute called style, and style will let's make this 800 and then this 500. There we go. And see how that works. It's pretty easy just to play around with that to get the right dimensions there. There you go, that's a pretty nice size. So that's how you do a image that is saved in the same spot as your default file that we did last time. So now let's say that you have a sub file that you're going to put it in. So you're on the desktop, it's the same spot you saved your default file to. So let's move your image inside a folder. There you go. And now you see it's inside the folder called Zero to Programmer. So now let's go back in here and say that it's now in Zero to Program. And then slash, and that says that it's in the Zero to Programmer file, and now go inside the Zero Programmer file and look for the icon that we're searching for. And so let's save that, and even though I moved it, it should now still pop up the same thing. So just to prove that nothing's weird's going on here, let's just take that off. And so it's in the sub file still, and we're going to say that it's on the same file or same location as the default file. So let's see what happens when it's not true or something goes weird with it. Now let's go in here, and as you see, it does not pull up the image. It just says Zero to Programmer, which we told it to say. So we're going to close these out here, and then pull this up. Alright, now so we went over that. Let's put this inside here. And then, okay, so there is a shortcut way to doing the style attribute, and if you've watched my other videos, I do not recommend doing this stuff. One reason with this one is that it can alter your original image to a different size, width, and height. So it may not be the best idea to try this, but what you would do is you would just take style off equals and move the quotations in between here and remove the PX and change the width. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll just do it. No fear, right? Alright, let's see, let's do width equals what I say, quotation 800, and then it's going to be that, and then height there, quotation is going to be 500. And there you go. So that, yeah, I'll just do that just in case. Let's save this. Oh, before I forget. Now let's save this and try it and see if it works. Yeah. So it does work, but like I said, it's a risk that you may not want to take. And not just that, I mean, let's say that you were doing a large file, like if you were to run a website, and something does go wrong, and you have all these shortcuts, well, you don't know which one might have messed it up and which one didn't. So it's good to just do it right the first time, That way, it kind of eliminates a lot of stuff. So let's go back here and do style equals width colon 800 height colon 500. Oh well, I almost forgot to put the px in there. This way does not work without the pixels in there. So, yeah, I don't want to forget that. And then let's close the tag. And that should send it back to how it was, which as long as it works, we know that it did right. There we go. Alright, so that is basically all I'm going to go over right now. The other thing is, if let's say you were running a blog, you had a blog website, and you wanted to pull an image from another website that you had, maybe your shopping part of your website. So you want to pull an image from there. Well, you would just put in the URL for where that image is located, and then slash, and if it's inside a subfolder from there, you would pull it from there, and then you would just put in images like this. So basically, if it was set up inside a subfolder, and let's say I had zeroprogrammer.com, it would be www.zeroprogrammer.com slash, it's inside the Zero to Programmer file, slash Zero to Programmer underscore icon 01 dot JPG, and everything will be pretty much the same. I can't test it out here because I don't have a website. Not right now. We can try it later, but for right now, this is what we got. So that's pretty much the end of this first part of image. I'm going to do a second part to cover a few other things. One is a GIF, which is not too much different. GIF is a animated image, and really when you're saving it, the only difference is it's a .gif, and as far as writing the code, it's no different. You would just put in right here, it would just be this .gif, and then you still put the alt and all that style, and it should pull up fine. There are a few other little things that you can do with it, I believe. Make it move from left to right. We'll probably go over that in the video covering those, but there's that, and then there's also where you can make an image link to a website. So we're going to go over that in the second part of the image too, which will be, let's see, this will post on Wednesday, so it will be Friday when the second one of these post. So stay tuned to that, and that is it for me for tonight. Stay tuned. I may have some stuff coming up tomorrow, maybe a blog or something. I've got some possible announcements, at least scheduling announcements tomorrow for my blog. So stay tuned to that. But yeah, this is Jason with Zero to Programmer, and I will see y'all in the next video.